Hey Commanders, welcome to another exciting Steel Division 2 match. I'm your host, Too Old for Gaming. Today we're on Zabukin and I'm playing on the Axis team in blue. We're doing a 3-on-3. I am playing as the 3rd Fallschirmjäger with Erlen Rommel, who's playing the Hungarians, the 2nd Penchelos, and Washing Machine Emulator, who's playing Panzer Lear. On the Allies team in red on your right, we've got Monty's Dog, who's playing Buzologo. Tony's playing the 26 Guards Rifles, and Lucky Whacker's playing the 10th Guard Tank Corps. So I am in the sector down here. I've got a bunch of... How do I make this easier? So you can see what I'm doing. I have a bunch of AT guns I've set up down in this sector. I was really afraid of a rush through here with trucks or something. These Gerlichs are 40 points. So I've set up 1, 2, and then a Pack 40 because we can see a bit further out over here. I've also called in the SPW AB41s, trying to quick rush in and catch him out in the open. So we did see Shrafniki down here. And they do have the PTRD, so a little bit dangerous with the armored car. Not a lot of protection there. My other armored car can see his Su-85 parked at the end of the road. Here in mid, we've got Washing Machine Emulator. I did deploy a FG-42 team, paratrooper team, to try and help grab that flag. It seemed like the one that would be the easiest. Shrafniki getting spotted again, getting in close here. And he was right over here. You can see him crawling. Enemy tank and a guards team with more PTRD rifles. So again, we're in really close. There's a chance we could lose that. The Gerlich's right here. I don't know what kind of tank this is. We do unfortunately get destroyed. Kind of a big loss in one of these small matches. Our Gerlich shooting at the tank, and I've got a G6R6 BF-109 who's ground strafing. I don't usually use a lot of fighter planes in 10 versus 10 because there's so much anti-aircraft, but in a smaller game like a 3-on-3, fighters can definitely be effective. So Shrafniki did spot my AT gun KV-1 backing away. BF-109 might be able to suppress him here and get him to stop. Not enough. So you can see all the enemy's units. Pack 40 is lining up on something. I'm guessing this Jeep. MG42 goes down to the Su-85, and Washing Machine Emulator asking for a little help with that. My Pack 40 is seeing somebody here. The T-34-76, so hopefully we can get rounds on target. He's up pretty close. That's from Monty's Dog. The loader is killed. So I love using air recon. It's just so incredibly useful in this game. You saw all the infantry. He's basically got this a ring, you know, a half circle around here. More infantry. AB-41, catching these guys out in the open. Those 20 mils from the Italians just so good at killing infantry. But I'm getting pushed off. They finally brought in anti-aircraft gun. And we did kill the OB-25. On our left, we've got Erlen Rommel, who is pushed over the edge of the cliff here. Usually somewhat difficult because there's AT guns and machine guns from the enemy. Low-key getting pushed off. His autos being spotted at range, so they have no defense. Washing Machine's pushed, and Rommel have pushed all the way up to these flags, so they're in trouble, but they do have a tank division, so we'll see if they can push us back out in the open on the left side of the map. Su-85 driver killed by a Gerlich. Can we kill him off? He's bouncing. And the Su-85 is like stuck, and he gets destroyed. I brought in a replacement recon car. I'm moving my Sturmjäger forward, so I have Sturmjäger and FG-42 teams. Biggest difference are G-43s and MP-44s. Obviously, Lightwoods, MP-44s, and G-43s are kind of good anywhere, but up close, these are going to be better. And they have a shock, so that's always nice to have. I don't know the modifier for shock off the top of my head, but I know it's more good. Pioneer's getting caught here by that T-34 from Monty. We could use another AT gun or tank up here as one coming in. We've got a Panzer IV coming in to take care of that problem. Washington's also put down a 152. My BF-109 is coming back out to scope out the enemy placement. Again, a lot of infantry in here. If he did a full-on push instead of probing attacks, he might be able to break me. That makes me a little nervous. I'm starting to bring in the Kurtz 81mm mortars now. They're, I think they're about as cheap as the 60 mils, but they're an 81, and I want to say they have shorter range because they have a shorter tube. But they do have a radio, so they are quite accurate. And I think we get less ammo, but we'll check when they hop out. So Monty's T-34 probably causing us the biggest issue because we really want this flag. It's a 1410 right now, but this is probably the easiest flag for infantry to hold. You see Loki's T-34s coming into view here of the Panzer IIIs. Panzer III is obviously well out of date at this time. Those AP rounds going to struggle against the front armor of those T-34s. We do have Stug 3Gs, which will easily go through them. And they spotted the enemy recon. We just destroyed a KV-1, and it had to be with a Gerlich. I want to say probably this one I had wheeled up to the front. So the fighting for me right now is just over this flag. We'll see if Tony does anything else. So we get 25 rounds and 15 rounds. I think is that the same as a regular one? I can't remember. It goes fast. Stormoviki Rocks trying to move forward to pressure us. Double vetted as well. Going to be a problem if they get in close. But again, Italian 20mm just absolutely shredded that guy to hell. Bringing back in the BF-109 G6 R6 to do some more ground strafe. Use the tools you have, not the ones you want. Obviously, a bomber would be nicer. We've got one AA piece. Yak 9B from Tony coming in. Who's he going for? My Pack 40? Oh, that's going to be hurtful. Fortunately for us, Washing Machine has the 7-1 to push him off. Looks like the Stugs are winning the battle up here at the top of the screen against those T-34s, kind of as expected. I have 3 mortars in here now. I bring them in the Schwimmwagen because, I mean, if we were to, say, get across a river on assault, how awesome would it be to bring 81s with you? Pack 40 spotting the T-34. Misses. Chepkin, he's the guy who's been causing us problems. He's still alive. We just penned. Let's see if we can knock him out. Nope, Panzer IV takes him down in a trade. I did put recon up here. Not sure why. You can't really see enough. You can at least see down the road here. So, Monty doing a good job keeping us off his flag for the moment. They have not pushed us out of the town up here. We don't have much infantry. We've got... it looks like we surrounded a squad in that house there. But we could use some more. We have a Panther coming, though. So, as mentioned in prior videos, I put these guys in defensive fire, and they'll use the data that they gathered from my recon plane, whatever. I thought we could take on the 3 men left with the Sturmjägers, but look at how quickly they're getting wiped out. Anyways, if you put them on defensive fire, they're just going to find that point that they saw and just start shooting at it. Not really cheating. It's just, I guess, a better memory. Anyways, it's good to use. Another KV-1E coming to the front line, and the artillery finally starting to come in our position. Have not seen really much at all down here in terms of enemy artillery. We did just lose another AB-41, who I had attempted to bring into the town to support this push here. My PaK-40 is making it in, though, unscathed. I put these guys on return fire because they're just down to 3 men. And I've got a Stug 3G leader here who's hopefully going to kill off those Strelki. PaK-40 covering the roads, almost dead, taking direct fire from KV-1. He'll probably be knocked out here shortly. So I heard somebody die on the right side of my ear, so it looks like our rounds are hitting on target. PaK-40 gets wiped out. Our recon team just starting to spot the enemy. I'm bringing in an MG-42. Remember, I didn't forget that he had a ton of infantry deployed, so I want to get an MG-42 in case he does try to do an all-out rush. We've got decent AT, but we don't really have a lot of anti-infantry. If these recon cars go down, we're down to 1, then I'm kind of in a tough spot. KV-1 getting bounced on by the Martyr right now. Will they knock him out? It's still bouncing. Can't get out of visual range. I think he took a side shot there. So AB-41 goes down. I was a little too aggressive with him in the woods here. I am bringing in my Sturm Pioneer now. And if you haven't looked at the board in a while, it's a 15-9. So we are still maintaining our lead. I think this is using old data because it's about to drop on myself. Oh, we surrendered him. So mortars landed close enough to get him pinned, and then we just walked up and took him out. KV-1 backing off. Now that he doesn't have infantry screening, probably pretty wise. I do have the magnetic mines, but I have to get in so close. I don't think I can run fast enough. We did push him back enough to get the flag. I think that's going to bounce right back, yeah. Got my leader in here. Leader always useful for 1, making your troops more effective, but 2, stopping them from surrendering if they're pinned. And we have a lot of flamethrower teams, which get surrenders. Took out their leader, that's huge. We're dropping them down a star in veterancy. And our Sturm Pioneer should be able to take these guys out pretty effectively. Enemy recon team and guards team here using their DPs. Use another MG-42 up here, actually. My mortars at this point have exhausted, but looks like we did a good job of wiping things out. And we just surrendered a bunch. So we've cleared the front line. How far have we pushed it here? We pushed it another 500 meters. PaK-40 is getting into position. We got these big Shrafniki teams from the enemy. Always dangerous. Although being out in the open, they're kind of screwed. And we're almost on the flag here. Sturm Pioneer's getting spotted by Sapri at range. Trying to get some smoke down first before we die. KV-1's pushed back in. Gerlich's just out of range. Enemies brought in a anti-aircraft piece. We can see some more trucks on the way to the front line. Enemy tank here. I did notice that, I want to say. I would put this guy in reverse gear if I did. We'll see here in a second. I swore I spotted that when I was playing the game. Gerlich's bouncing on that KV-1, even up close. Supposed to pen 120, and we're in 500 meters. You'd think it'd go right through. I did bring in the HS-129, who helped out there a bit, but again, getting pushed off by the enemy. We did lose our recon car, so I guess I didn't notice that one. And we lost our PaK-40, I'm guessing to artillery, up here on the top of the map, still in kind of the same position, but we got 3 fly. This is huge. He's got some Tigers coming in, but he can't... Well, he can use 2K here, so... Could use it here too, but now we have the Panther, Irwin, using some good strategic placement here to keep them off their flags. And washing machines come in with Sturm Pioneers and a half-track, which seems to keep the pressure on the enemy. IL-2 kind Out of my way. This is the anti-tank one with a 37mm guns. I feel like people sometimes don't realize these are actually not bombers. They're more anti-tank. Although they will kill with bombs. I noticed them coming in and retreated, and fortunately his bomb load missed because I retreated these guys. I'm moving my recon team forward, although this is a bit dangerous. They do have 4 MP40s. Hopefully, well, I was hoping to snipe a tank in here. I think there was still another T-34 in these woods I wanted to try and knock out. These guys are just here to prevent trucks from coming through. If there's a lot of stuff heading my way, we've got 2 guns set up. So I'm bringing an MG42. I don't really like the routing here, but I felt like this might also be a good area. I mentioned up here, but we've got a lot of light machine guns, so I think we're okay. We have captured the sector with washing machine pushing forward. Jagdpanzer IV leading the way, but gets crit killed by the Su-76 MPT. Pretty big loss for us from a 40-point vehicle. Yeah. Trafniki being spotted. Sturmjägers using those MG42s to good effect. And my recon team got spotted too. Can we stop him before he gets in close enough for the flamethrower? They're in too close to use the MG34 and they surrender. Ugh. Hate seeing that. I feel like they could have won it, but we're on the flag. It's a 17-7, 5 minutes on the tick timer. MG42 in the building. He's moved his infantry up. Ooh, fighter bomber knocks out another squad, but we do take out the Sturmoviki rocks. I brought in a Flak 36 myself to help keep him back. I think if Tony would have brought in mortars, especially if he had 120s, if he had brought in like 2 120s and targeted this area or put it like defensive fire, he had so much infantry for cheap, he could have probably pushed through me. So bringing up a Stug 3G to reinforce these guys, give them some veterancy, also some tank support. So we're kind of soundly holding the mid right now. Monty Shrafniki getting fully suppressed. Grilla here causing devastating fire on his position. Tony and I kind of in a back and forth battle. Sturmoviki rocks creeping in on my position. And the other MG42, see, I just got a feeling from all the stuff he did down here he was going to push this way. We had nothing really to help out. I need this Stug 3. Where's he going? Yeah, I need him down here to stop him from getting across the row. I just got wiped out. I did ask for some help. I want to say somebody sends me a tank. So luckily for me, we had the recon team here prevented this side from collapsing, but there's 3 squads here. I have brought in a Kerbal Wagon munition hauler who is resupplying our Kurtz mortars. But we're probably going to lose this AT gun. There's no way he's getting out of range in time. I'm trying to hit him from the flanks, but again, I don't have long range. I can only go 120. Really hoping the 81s do a lot of the suppression here, which it looks like they are. Enemy tank here too, T-34. Wish I had that AHS 129 right now. That would be a good time to bring him in. Yeah, Washing Machine brought in a Panther D, effectively stopping things here. I really appreciated that in the match. And just Irwin doesn't look like he's facing much resistance anymore. I'm wondering if Loki is building up a force, or they've decided it's better to pool resources. Sometimes it's just better to pool in a sector. Yak 9 was destroyed by our 37mm. We did lose another recon car. I was going to take a risk here and see how far I could get him forward. There is a Shrafniki team, the original one. We knock him out before he destroys us. Ah, they trade. Hate that. I do have sniper teams. And this is a good spot because if he's got infantry here, we can bring him in. BF-109 is going to come back in and try and discover what's there. There's one. And we see the infantry here. So we did wipe out a lot. There's only a minute left on the timer. Our Sturm Pioneers get in and wipe out another Sturm of the Rocks team. We have the flag. Definitely has been a good battle here, though. What just killed him? He just died out of nowhere. Maybe it was the Pioneer. No, he didn't drop anything. Weird. Yak 9's coming in from Tony and the IL-2 37. Gets pushed off. My ZF Jaeger team pinning down the Shrapniki with their sniper rifle and MG42. Friendly Nebelwerfer 300 is hitting the enemy anti-aircraft. Should open up the air corridor for the HS-129. But as it stands, we've got... Oof, he's pushed us off again. 8:16, but 30 seconds here. Don't think Monty can make it through. Loki, as I mentioned, he did pool his resources for a force. And it looks like he could break through. There's just a single tank here. And a bazooka team. So if he had enough time... He might be able to break through. Down here, we killed a KV-85 with the Stug 3. Sorry we missed that. Another plane coming in. It looks like a 37mm tank killer, but the game ends with a minor victory for us. After 21 minutes and 46 seconds, we have 17 out of 24 objectives. Take a look at the kill list. Irwin really crushing things with the Hungarians on the top side of the map. Then Washing Machine. Then Loki actually fighting Irwin. Then Monty in mid. And then myself. We're all relatively close. And then Tony. So let's take a look at our kills. A lot of one-offs. The 81s. Not super impressive, but it was a short match. Stug took out the KV-85, as I mentioned. But the 81mm, all three of them killed stuff. So that's good. Our Flak 37 took out the Yak 9. Anything else? KV-1's getting knocked out by the 40-point AT guns. Loss-wise, T-34 took out 2 recon cars. The Rocks teams took out a few. A recon team, this guy actually took out 2. That was pretty good. They don't even have an LMG. Shrapniki took out 2 squads. Experience-wise, we did 28%, with 29% of the losses. Hope you guys enjoyed that 3-on-3, a little different. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.